Recovery outcomes, and these are just what we know about that we have been involved in for the past about 20 years. Court-ordered restitution of $1.9 million. It's fairly substantial. Additional premium ordered, more than $3.8 million. And the big one here is the claims savings against reserves. Reserves are the monies that are held every time there's a claim. The claims adjuster says, this claim's going to be worth this much. This is how much we're going to spend on it over the lifetime with surgeries, time off, prescription drugs, everything like that. This is what it's going to cost us. They put a number on it. We have to have that number, that amount set aside in reserves to pay the claim. No matter what else we have to pay in our business, we have to have that money set aside. When we do something that affects that, maybe stops, helps either convict a person, or in the help that it educates and we're able to close a claim, we've saved over $57 million. I'm the only one that keeps track of that, and it's sometimes really difficult for me to find out what those reserves were before and how much has been spent. So I know those I can walk you through. The ones that are maybe, I know there's more out there. That's a pretty high number. And I like to live on those high numbers like that. Here's the second to the last slide, our fraud tip hotline. I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. I don't think I did when we first got to it. We get probably 2 calls a week, and about 50% of our calls at the end of the year are state fund issues. The rest of them might go to Montana Association of Counties, may go to Montana State Auditor's Office for outside companies. We have claims of fraud that aren't fraud, but we look at every one of them. Every one of them passes through mine. There's not enough of them that I can't look at them. I look at every one, and so does Shane, and we talk about them, do a quick whatever we have to do. Needs to be sent off, we take care of that. We get complaints through our hotline even about us. And once or twice a year, they call in and say, this claims examiner has done something wrong. We even got one that came in about us investigating. And so we have to send it to supervisor, and then he sends it wherever it is. If you have anything that you want to pass on to us, don't hesitate to call that number or send it to us directly, and you can put fraud unit. You can put John Forsman or Shane Shaw, and it'll get to us. But please, if you have anything, give us a call. We're pretty objective, that we look at everybody. If there's a question, it could be the most vanilla job, and they do nothing, that they went outside and did something. We'll look at everybody just to have an idea that we might be looking at just males. When I'm talking here, oftentimes I say he. And it does work out. Sometimes males work in some of those jobs that maybe they're lifting more. But I don't think there's anything that I don't have anything. So long answer. Yes.
Question: if a coworker comes to you with information, but they want to be anonymous, is the right course of action there pass it on to state fund and then deal with the anonymity later if you decide you need them to go on the record? Then we talk about that. I guess as an employer, what do we do with that is my question.
You know what I would do with it? That 800 number back on that last, call that, don't tell them your name. Just tell them. A lot of people want to give their name in case we need a follow-up question that they could help with. But if they really are serious about it, call up there and don't give the, it'll be either Kathy or, I can't remember who else taking the calls, but just have them not give the phone.
So tell the employee to call you
Sure.
instead of giving the information to us for us to pay.
Sure. because you're going to have it in your, we're going to be able to ask you who said this.
Right.
And you don't want, we can't ask you to testify for that person because it's hearsay to you. A fraud call kind of is too. But yeah, just call there and don't give us some of that information. And do we look at everything? Absolutely. We look at everything, whether it's got a name, number on it, with the same seriousness.